I had the privilege of growing up with a mom and dad who not only knew Jesus, but they loved him. And so the testimony about the difference that he makes in a life is actually the norm for me. I grew up with that. And I knew, even when I was as young as kindergarten age, first grade, at the time we lived on a Navy base in Patuxent River, Maryland. My dad had a career in the Navy as a pilot. So he was an officer, and Mom grew up in Pensacola, and it was a Navy that kind of brought them together. As a kindergartner, as a first grader, and occasionally having a chance to be in the homes of my friends when I was a little kid, I could see the difference between my parents and some of the parents of my friends. And I knew as a little boy that I wanted to be like Mom and Dad. And I knew that I wanted to know Jesus the way that they did. I was 9. My birthday that year happened to land right on Easter. So on Easter Sunday, 1965, in the Navy Chapel that's up just north of us at the Lemoore Naval Air Station, I went forward to let people know that I trusted in Jesus. And so when I was 10, a year later, I was baptized in a church that was founded in the late 1600s. The church was having its 300th annual meeting that year that we were there. I believe it was a Baptist church that was founded by Roger Williams. So I'm the beneficiary. I can't take credit for this stuff. I have nothing to do with it. I'm the beneficiary of actually many generations of believers. 2 of my ancestors are signers of the Declaration of Independence. We have several hundred years of people walking with Christ and serving him. So that's actually a great heritage to have. I thank God for it. Glad to be a part of it. One of the hard things of my journey was having a marriage come apart twice. It wasn't anything I ever expected. I know that Lori certainly didn't expect it. We both were ones who believed that marriage is, for life. And our marriage actually came apart while I was in ministry back in '96. And we were separated and divorced for about 2.5 years, and then remarried to each other in January of '99. But going through that loss was, for me, really it felt like the first time in my life where like everything seemed to go wrong. I had a very blessed, easy, in a sense, easy and enjoyable journey all along my life. And to encounter such a significant failure on my part, because that was part of the story, in terms of giving everything I had to ministry and just giving my family the leftovers. And that helped Lori get to a place where, in order to not hate me, she just started feeling nothing. And God really used that time to get a hold of me in a way that, just that I had never allowed before. And while it seemed to me that I had honestly surrendered my life to him back when I was 17, he showed me in that difficult time how very self-serving I was, even in ministry. Everybody liked Bob King, but that was kind of what I was working for, and that's what made me feel like I mattered. And God brought me to a place where he taught me that he really is the only thing that matters. That he is the only one who truly never fails us. And I learned to trust Him in that time so completely that a number of years later, when I actually encountered a diagnosis of cancer, I felt no fear. My first thought was, oh, so cancer is going to be part of my journey this year. That was back in 2007. And my second thought was, I might see Jesus this year. So that really confirmed that I had learned to trust in Him and to love Him, and at a level that I never had before. And I guess more than anything else, I want to help other men and women, boys and girls. I want them to learn to trust Him like that, because He is worthy of our trust.